So a zine is like short for magazine. So it's pronounced zine, but it's spelled like Z-I-N-E. So some people say Zine, but it's a zine. And essentially the concept is it's a small book, and it's a book that you get to create all to yourself. So I have a couple examples. This is how small they turn out if you're using regular 8.5 by 11 paper. If you have larger paper and you'd like to use that, cool, go for it, it works. So mine has a front cover, where I'm from, what kind of music I like, what do I like to do outside of school, what are my favorite foods, favorite animals, favorite TV shows and movies, and then my favorite quote. For the back, you could also use your favorite lyrics if you are someone who really likes music. I sometimes make mine larger, so this is a bigger paper. This is, when you open it out, substantially larger, like that big. So if you have bigger paper and you want to use it, go for it. You definitely can. That's how large it'll come out in comparison to this guy. Okay, so to start making a zine, you just need any rectangular piece of paper. And the first fold you're gonna make, so I don't like hot dogs and I don't like hamburgers, but I love tacos and I love taquitos. So I call my folds taco and taquito fold. So your first fold is gonna be a taquito fold, meaning I'm folding in half the long way. Okay, so take a second. Try to line up your corners as well as you can. It does make a difference for this project. So it should look like this after your first fold. And then you're gonna open that back up so you can see the crease down the center. And your next fold is going to be what I call a taco fold. So you're going this way. So I also kind of think of this as like if I was gonna make a card for someone, it looks kind of like a card. So taco fold this way. And again, make sure you line up those corners super well. It does make a difference. So now it should look like this. And then you have one more fold to make. You're gonna do one more taquito fold. So going like this. So going from greeting card format to taquito format. Then it should look like that, and then I open it up. And you can see the creases down the center. You can see the one in the middle and the one in the middle this way. So the next step, you're going to need to grab some scissors. So if you need to pause this for a second and go grab some scissors, go for it. So you need to identify which side of this paper currently is open or folded. So I don't want to cut on the open side. I do want to cut on the folded side. If I cut on this side, the whole thing's gonna fall apart and it doesn't work, okay? So make sure you identify the folded side. I cannot open it, right? It's completely folded. And I am going to cut right from this edge into the middle fold, just along that line. It's not very much. So just like that. Now you should be able to see a cut like this. So once I do that one, I'm gonna open this out flat and I'm gonna lay it straight down on my table in front of me. What I need you to do right now is we're actually gonna number our pages, but there's a very specific way in which it needs to be done in order for the zine to work, because one half of the zine is always going to be upside down when it's unfolded. So if you look at this, you can see the bottom side is right side up and the top side is upside down. But when I fold it like that, now everything's the same direction, right? So super important. This part is very, very important. So you're gonna follow my lead, but I'm gonna write my numbers huge, and you can just write your numbers very small in the corners. You don't need to write them huge. So just gonna use my iPad as a writing surface. So on the bottom, this part, on the bottom, you're gonna actually start with the number 8, and you're gonna go 8, 1, 2, 3. So it should look like this. Ooh, paper's getting away from me. So it should look like that. 8, 1, 2, and 3. And once you do that, you're going to take your paper and you're going to turn it over, just like this. And then I'm going to do 4, 5, 6, and 7. My 4 is going to be across from my 3. Okay? And one side, again, is going to be upside down. That's how it's supposed to be. Feels wrong, definitely is right. So you can see 4's across from 3, 7's across from 8, and now when I fold it, I will explain that again in a moment. Now it should go in order with page 1 being the front cover and page 8 being the back cover. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 is my back cover. Okay, so in order to fold your zine correctly, there's kind of a certain way it has to happen. So if I look at my paper and it's kind of got an opening like a little mouth here, I'm going to let it fold down, and then I'm going to hold it like I'm holding a hamburger or a sandwich. I'm going to press my hands in until it kind of naturally wants to fold a certain way. You may now need to go back and fix it, but I can fold it down and then like this. And now I have 1 on the front, 8 on the back.